Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here. In our studios in downtown Lansing, we are, however, going to run east on 96. We're going to go down to Novi and spend a little time with one of our favorite people, Ara Topouzian. He's the executive director of the Michigan Venture Capital Association. So when somebody in the state is saying, show me the money, Ara knows exactly what they're talking about. How you doing, bud?
I'm great, Chris. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Let's kind of recap the summer. And, off air, we were kind of mentioning the fact that maybe a few short years ago, we were the land of opportunity for venture capital funds. Have we hung on to that title?
Yeah, I think so. When you say the land, I think it's a land of opportunity, period. I think that we have such a wealth of entrepreneur talent here in the state that there's always going to be a shortage of funding that goes to these founders and these startups. But Michigan, the Midwest, is still a great place. I think we're seeing more entrepreneurs, more startups coming. Typically our investor community is looking at high tech, in health and life science. So none of that has changed. I would say, Chris, that, COVID put a real short pause on things. And certainly when we were working on our last research report, we thought, oh boy, what kind of detriment will this cause? And like I said, I think it just put a pause in the system. And so what I'm seeing is investors are out there, they're busy. Once again, they have been throughout the summer. I mean, just time flies. Time is flying by this year, whereas maybe last year it was just a little bit slower.
Well, so let's keep with the COVID theme. How has that affected you this summer?
For the organization, where it affects us is having in-person events.
Yeah.
And so we're an organization that doesn't have a heavy amount of those, like let's say a chamber or maybe some other associations, although we've picked that up a bit because we've got service providers, members that want to get together. I mean, this is how at times they even source some deals. So it opened up for us in June of this year. Last year was completely virtual. We did, like everyone else, offered a virtual content. We have a podcast that we do called Michigan VC Talk. We do webinars, and the webinars didn't, all focus on COVID. It really focused on a different variety of issues for both investment and entrepreneurial. But this year, it's certainly gotten better. Although the variant, puts in question on to what degree we can do events or how we do events. I think it's just something that we're going to be, it's going to stay with us for a while.
No, I think you're absolutely right. We're going to run on a hybrid model from here on out. So let's talk about events now, because you guys always have stuff going on. You've got something coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited. We've got our annual awards dinner, which we didn't do last year, obviously because of COVID. And it's on September 30th, starting at 6:00. We're doing it at Greenfield Village. The last time we did this event was at the Henry Ford, but we're actually using Greenfield Village this year. So there's a carousel area, folks that are familiar with the village, and then there's a lodge that's right next to it. And so it really lends to an open air concept for us. I mean, we picked that location when restrictions were still pretty high. So we're going to limit tickets this year. It's not going to be the 300-400 person event like it used to be, and that's fine. If we could be around that 150 mark, we'll be okay. And we're halfway there. So we're excited. We're going to be offering the same categories again for we've got nominees. The voting is actually in, so I know who the winners are. But folks that want to come on September 30th, and that's when they'll find out.
Come on, Ara. I've always died to say breaking news.
Yeah, no, but I'll tell you what, the nominees have been public. I mean, it really shows you what an exciting year and change it has been. And, we tried to go back a little bit too, because we didn't have an event last year. And so moving forward, we may, there's been deals that probably have happened since we started the voting, and, those folks can take part in it next year. But I want to see you on the carousel, Chris, because that could be an attraction and could get a lot of people coming to the event.
I'll try to pick out a cute outfit. So I'll be the one choking the horse.
Okay. There's a visual.
No, that's a really interesting concept. And of course, when you deal with the people you deal with, who are all about innovation anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to show them unique stuff periodically. I would think there's pressure in that.
Yeah.
regard.
Well, I think the climate has changed. And I think that's a good thing. And so, the way we operated a few years back really doesn't exist anymore. And so that's the good news. I don't know that that's pressure as much as it gives us the ability to think differently and to offer, different offerings to our membership.
Well, Art Topouzian, Executive Director of the Michigan Venture Capital Association. It's always good to spend time with you, my friend, and we will see you at your event.
Likewise. Thank you, Chris.
All right, take care. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. You're going to want to stick around. There's a lot ahead.